हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू लिटरेचर ट्यूटोरियल बाय अमीशा मंगला। आज की हमारी जो वीडियो है दैट इज ऑन अमेरिकन लिटरेचर इन इंग्लिश। पहले मैं आपको कुछ हाइलाइट्स बताऊंगी, फिर आपको एमसीक्यूज पूछूंगी। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद इट। नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, पीरियड्स ऑफ अमेरिकन लिटरेचर। colonial period 1492 to 1700, revolutionary period 1700 to 1800, period of romanticism and transcendentalism 1800 to 1880, American realism and naturalism 1860 to 1930. John Smith 1580 to 1631 is considered to be first American writer. John Smith, a true relation of Virginia, is said to be the first American book written in English. ये सब आप प्लीज जॉट डाउन करते रहिए साथ साथ, ताकि आपके एक नोट्स तैयार होते रहें। Works praising America as a land of economic promise, which is it? It is the brief description of New York 1870 by Daniel Denton and brief account of province of Pennsylvania by William Penn 1682. Then Carolina 1682 by Thomas Ashe. Next is Washington's Irving was America's first professional writer and founder of the short stories in USA. Benjamin Franklin 1706 to 1790 can be described as what we call a Renaissance man. तो अगर आपको क्वेश्चन आता है कि Renaissance man कौन है, तो that is Benjamin Franklin. John Hector St. John was a French-American writer, one of the fathers of the American novel. तो अमेरिकन नॉवल जो फादर हैं वो कौन है? जॉन हेक्टर। इसके अलावा एक और है, तो वो हम आपको बाद में बताएंगे। In 1991, Irving Kristol, one of the founding fathers of American neoconservatism, published an editorial think piece in the Wall Street Journal headlined "The Tragedy of Multiculturalism, American Modernism and the Literature of the First Half of the 20th Century." Negritude movement was characterized by the following feature. Now, if you are asked by what are the characteristics of negritude movement in America, then it was rejection of the white culture, a fresh and sympathetic attitude towards African culture, a cultural unit of all black people. Next is Walt Whitman introduced free verse. तो अगर आपको क्वेश्चन आ जाए फ्री वर्स किसने इंट्रोड्यूस किया था, तो दैट इज वॉल्ट विटमैन. No metrical pattern and no rhymes appear in this poem. Next is in the 1890s saw the rise of naturalism, an extreme form of realism, coined by Emile Zola. Next is the lost generation is a term invented by Gertrude Stein to refer to a group of writers who felt alienated to the world. Lost. They were lost means alienated, solitude. The Chicago Renaissance was a movement consisting of Illinois poets. Next is Sinclair Lewis, 1885 to 1951, was a satirist from the American Midwest. He is the first American writer to be awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. तो अगर आपको आ जाए नोबेल प्राइज सबसे पहले किसको मिला था, that is Sinclair Lewis. So this was all. Now we will move on to the Okay, now let's start with the MCQs on American literature. First one is, Name the writer who is popularly known as Sage of Concord. Who is called Sage of Concord? The answer is Ralph Waldo Emerson. Name the poet who was influenced by Jacksonian democracy and Locofoco movement. The answer is Walt Whitman. Next is, who enunciated his views on fiction in The Art of Fiction? Henry James. O. Henry is a pseudonym of whose pet name or other name is O. Henry. William Sidney Potter. In which novel do you meet the character Lieutenant Frederick Henry? It is From Whom the Bell Tolls by Hemingway. So here you can get to know about the two questions. एक तो करेक्टर के बारे में आपको पता लग रहा है और दूसरा ये जो टेक्स्ट है वो किन्होंने लिखी है. या ऑप्शन आ सकता है कि हेमिंगवे ने कौन सी टेक्स्ट लिखी है, तो ये भी एक आंसर बन जाएगा. Who commented Leaves of the Grass as the most extraordinary piece of wit and wisdom America has yet contributed? The answer for that is Ralph Waldo Emerson. He is an important writer. Please go thoroughly with him. What was the original title of Old Man and Sea? बहुत ही important text है Old Man and Sea. तो हमको ये पता है कि ये इसका नाम है, but original title क्या था? The original title was Vista. Next question is, The Great Gatsby was written in. कब लिखी गई थी? 1922, 1924, 1925, 1926. The answer is 1925. Please chronological orders जो हैं वो आप याद कर लीजिए क्योंकि वो बहुत ही important होते हैं. Who wrote The Goat or Who is Sylvia? Again, and यहाँ पर आपको एक और चीज पता लग रही है कि ये जो टेक्स्ट है वो कब लिखा गया था. It was written in 2002. So please make another line for the chronological order so that while going for the exam you can just go through it. Virginia Woolf, Fitzgerald, Edgar Allan Poe, Edward Albee. Edward Albee. How many poems appeared in 185 version of Leaves of Grass? 12, 16, 20, 25. So answer is 12. 12 जो है वो मिले हैं इसमें. Next, which Arthur Miller's play was based on witchcraft trial in Salem in 1692? Options are The Crucible, The Man Who Had All the Luck, All My Sons, and The Archbishop Sealing. The answer is The Crucible. Bret Ashley is famous character in Hemingway's novel. कौन से नॉवल में ये करेक्टर हमें दिखाई देता है? The Old Man and Sea, A Farewell to Arms, Sun Also Rises, For Whom the Bell Tolls. The answer is The Sun Also Rises. Now next question is, who called the Frost poet of terror? अभी ये दो क्वेश्चन बना रहा है कि पोएट ऑफ टेरर किसको कहा जाता है? फ्रॉस्ट को. सेकंड, किसने बोला था? ट्रिलिंग, डॉगलस, विटमन, हेमिंगवे. The answer is Trilling. Next is, who among the following won Nobel Prize for Literature in 1950? अब नोबेल प्राइज भी जीता, कब जीता? 1950 में. किसने जीता था? विलियम फॉल्कनर, स्कॉट, विलियम गेदर, हेमिंगवे. आंसर इज फॉकनर. नेम द प्ले ऑफ ओनील विच इज रेफर्ड टू एज कॉमेडी. कौन सा इनका जो टेक्स्ट है उनको कॉमेडी बोला जाता है? एफ विल्डरनेस, बॉन्डिंग बिकम्स इलेक्ट्रो, द हैरी एप, द एम्परर जोन्स. द ऑप्शन इज F Wilderness is correct one. Who wrote the first American novel Power of Sympathy? तो अगेन दो क्वेश्चन है, एक तो किसने लिखा और दूसरा फर्स्ट अमेरिकन नॉवल कौन सा है? पावर ऑफ सिंपैथी. विलियम हिल ब्राउन, फॉकनर, इलियट, नन. आंसर इज विलियम हिल ब्राउन. Now next question is Dash wrote the Scarlet Letter. Scarlet Letter जो है वो किसने लिखा था? And it was written in 1850. It was written by Hartron. Next is Stowe's Uncle Tom cabin is in which she fought against. इसमें जो लेडी है वो किससे फॉट करती है? Slavery. The lost generation is a term invented by. अब ये क्वेश्चन मैंने पहले डिस्कस किया हुआ है आपके साथ इसी वीडियो में, तो आपको आंसर पता होना चाहिए. तो ये आपकी एक्टिवनेस के बारे में पता करेगा. तो आंसर इज गर्ट्रूड स्टील. नेक्स्ट इज Dash is famous for her novel The Bluest Eyes. Very important text, Bluest Eyes, and it was written in 1970. अब ये किसने लिखा था? ये लिखा था टॉनी मॉरिसन ने. Thanks. This was all for today's video. I hope you like it. Please subscribe my channel.